The first design element I chose was when everybody stripped on stage and started running around the orchestra seating area. So I chose this because it very much stood out to me. It really impacted me as an audience member. It was one of the things when I left the performance I still thought about. It really made me think about how they emphasized how easily manipulated humans can get through love. And it made me sad to think about, but also it very much clearly highlighted that aspect of people's lives. It really portrayed humans, or everybody, as weak and easily manipulated by various characteristics or components of life that people would want to have. And then I really think it contributed to the story and the storytelling, because it was a very different concept from the rest of the show, and it really made people think about how us as humans were represented in these characters. Additionally, the costume change itself kind of portrayed no power status. As she was taking off her clothing, she was stripped down, and it kind of emphasized how her power and her identity was taken away, or people's ability of power. So I really was intrigued and interested by that part of the show. My second element of costume design was Death's character. She was dressed in all black, dark makeup, hair up, very punk rock, dark classic. A very straightforward representation of death. However, her character itself wasn't as gloomy and dark as you think it would be. It really emphasized the contrast between a person and their looks. The way Death acted was not how a person would have perceived it themselves. For example, you would think of Death as dark, gloomy, depressing, and sad. However, her character was very funny and very witty. But I think that her dark stature really emphasized that she did have a lot of power. She wore dark colors. She was fully clothed in very straightforward, simple, classic suit, which I think also contributed the high power status. Overall, the way Death's character was portrayed through costume really highly emphasized the contrast between life and death itself, because for her character, she was very lively. However, she was describing death. It was a very interesting conversation and topic to have, because it was very much a contrast. Overall, the whole show was very interesting. I really enjoyed it. It made me think a lot about what we value as humans, and how the value of things we love changes as our lives change. Thank you, and excuse me for my burp.